What the
Bruh.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Bruh podcast where we discuss really bad movies and just really all about like the history, what's going on, the background, and our total reviews of it. So, I'm Adina.
I'm Max.
I'm Raina.
I'm Jacob.
All right, so let's really just pile on in here. So, in the last episode, we discussed Jack and Jill, which is this really just awful movie. If you haven't heard that one, you should check it out. But where I talk about how Adam Sandler...
Or you should not check it out.
Or you should not check it out.
Check
not
out
the
our
movie. Check out the podcast, not the
movie.
movie. But we're in that last episode, I talk about how Adam Sandler made $20 million in making Jack and Jill. And I said how you can make Sharknado about 10 times with that exact salary. So the budget for Sharknado was $2 million, which really isn't anything. I mean...
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Like, if somebody gave me $2 million right now, I'd be like, woohoo, $2 million.
Okay, let's.
But I would not be able to make a movie with that woohoo $2 million.
Well, let's put on the table here that it was made ironically to be bad. It was purposely made bad.
Well, is that because they didn't have enough money, or because...
Probably.
It was like a group of middle schoolers or high schoolers making a film.
They didn't have
Yeah.
enough
Who gave
movie
them
to make
$2
it
million?
good.
Yeah, who gave them $2 million?
Okay, they
Unless
didn't
that was,
have
like,
enough
the
movie to make
school's
it
budget.
good, so they purposely made it bad, which made it kind of good.
Yeah, I'd say this is one of the most tolerable movies that we have watched in this series of 5 horrible movies, which we'll get to in the next few episodes. But, I mean, clearly the rest of the public agreed, because overall 6 of those Sharknado movies and the sequels that we really, really needed on this earth, they made $4.5 billion. So that's quite more of a profit than Jack and Jill even remotely made. To be fair, it's 5 other movies, but wow. I mean, with a budget of $2 million, that's impressive.
The people of the world decided, yes, we will give many, many dollars to this series of terrible movies.
I mean, I would rather watch a shark fall out of the sky and survive in a tornado than watch Adam Sandler play
Me too.
two characters at the same
I
time.
didn't like Sharknado. Even ironically, I think it was just a little bit too bad to be bad, ironically, but I would much rather watch it than Sharknado. Or than Jack and Jill, I mean. I would much rather watch Sharknado than Jack and Jill.
Yeah, so let's dive into the plot real quick. So, we start where? Where do we start in the bar, or do we start surfing?
I think we
start
start
with the
Yeah.
surfers.
surfing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two of them. I
The
forgot their
people
names.
are surfing.
Yeah, who are their names?
What are their names?
Finn,
Finn, and then there's the...
the
Australian
The
guy.
Australian guy.
Right, so now we'll get into the Australian situation later in this podcast, but
Yes.
but Finn and the Australian guy, they're on the beach surfing, and then we go into this bar where this guy's like creepy on the girl, right?
George.
George,
Yeah, George.
right? And so, yeah, George. So,
We'll get to him later.
yeah, we'll get to him later. So basically, we're surfing, then we're in the bar, and then
sharks start
sharks start
people.
raining from the sky.
No. Sharks start attacking the people in the water.
Then how do they get in the tornado?
The tornado hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
The
okay.
sharks just start, like, attacking the people, right?
Max is very passionate about Sharknado.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen.
He's
so
seen
they start
all 6
attacking
of
the
them.
people. They start attacking the people. And then it starts raining a lot. And then the tide starts coming further and further in, and everything starts flooding. And then the tornadoes hit. And then the tornadoes suck the sharks up.
Because that's possible.
Yes, and
That
then
is
the
possible.
sharks start raining from the sky.
Right. So,
And they're,
very
like,
realistic
swimming in
things
the
here,
streets.
as we can see. Very realistic, very just, yeah. Okay. So, I think the main plot point is really just how we enter the house of Finn's daughter, and her boyfriend is there, and
It's
they're
just
like...
a huge rescue mission.
Yeah, they're like, come on, guys, we gotta go. It's raining sharks. Let's go. Like, we don't want you to get eaten. And the boyfriend's real arrogant. I mean, he looks like he works at Subway and thinks that he's better than everyone else. But
Because
I mean,
he works at Subway.
exactly.
I hate people who work at Subway, honestly. I was just putting that out there.
Okay. Anyway, so so he thinks he's really cooler than everyone else, and he doesn't believe them. He's like, no. How could it be raining sharks? Which I mean, is just illogical thinking because
And
of course
then-
it's raining sharks, and so then
And
a shark comes in
random
and eats
shark just pops up in their house and eats him.
him. So he instantly dies, and the girlfriend just has pretty much no reaction. I mean, she has little to no like.
Well,
she really doesn't
she
care.
cried.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if anyone got eaten by a shark, I think I'd shed a tear. I mean, like,
Yeah.
No, there was no reactions.
she had absolutely no reaction. It was pretty
Everybody was like,
bad.
And the
oh
one-
no, this
Yeah.
guy was eaten by a shark. But we
And
never stopped to think about why.
And they suddenly all knew what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the one chick just grabbed the shotgun and
Yeah,
just started
it's like,
shooting
Are you
it.
not freaking out?
That was impressive, but
Why didn't they
unrealistic.
But why
I
didn't
like
they?
my shark tornado movies to be realistic.
Why didn't they shoot it before the guy got killed? Like,
For George?
right?
Oh, before him? Because I don't think anyone likes him. Maybe no one likes him. Well, I mean, yeah, so before that or after that? Before that, George dies.
Mm-hmm.
So our good friend George, who...
Oh, he saved the dog.
Yeah, George,
Oh,
he
he
saves the
saved the
little
dog.
doggy.
Yeah, he saved a dog.
Yeah,
That
so
was
he
something that
saves
happened in
the
movie.
dog, and then he dies.
What a hero.
Yeah. What
So-
what a king for real.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't get the girl, so...
Yeah,
Oh,
my
yeah,
dad
the
always
girl in the
likes to
beginning.
say that anybody named George in a movie either
'Cause his
dies
name's George, his dad's
or
name's
doesn't
George.
get the girl.
Right, so... both of those happened in this movie.
Well, to be fair, the girl was way younger than him in
Yeah,
this,
that's
and
true.
he had absolutely no shot.
he really
but he
did
still
not.
didn't get the girl.
Considering she was in love with, like...
Yeah, she was
She was in
dating
love
Buddy
with
died.
Finn.
Yeah.
And then later when they find Finn's son,
She,
and
like, is in love with
she's
Finn's
in love
son.
with Finn's son all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But she gets eaten by a shark.
Well, we have to get to that.
Yeah.
So they decide that they're gonna make their own bombs
Yeah,
and drop them out of a
because they
helicopter.
find
yeah.
the main character, his name's Finn, right?
Uh-huh.
They find his son.
They found Finn's son at like an airplane hangar. That's where he like
Works
goes
or
to
something.
school or like works or something. And right next to the airplane hangar is a hardware store. And so they just go into the hardware store and they were like, "Let's make bombs to blow up the sharks because that's a great idea."
Right, exactly. And so they get into these helicopters, which they miraculously just know how to work, and drop bombs into the middle of these tornadoes. And, you know, that's
And somehow
clearly that works out well for
the
them.
helicopter did not fly away because they literally went into the tornado.
Yeah,
So
they were
And then
literally
she
right next to
literally just got eaten, like swallowed whole.
Yep.
And then, you know, after they kind of mourn for her, not really, but you
And
know,
then
then
they fall with like the helicopter crashes sort of. His son's fine, and so he takes like the huge bomb, and he drives the truck just like off the edge of a road, and that blows up the last tornado.
I
and
mean,
and then a random shark's falling right at him, and he has a chainsaw, and he just jumps into it.
with the chainsaw. And, you know, statistically speaking, the chances of the shark that swallowed the girl and the shark that swallowed this guy are really slim. But no, in Sharknado, they're 100%. Exactly.
There were millions of sharks, I think, in the movie, and
Yeah.
they somehow managed to get eaten by the same one, and she did
And-
not.
and-
She was not dissolved by the stomach,
Right.
by the stomach
No,
of the shark.
They went in
They
and
both
came out
got swallowed
completely
whole.
unharmed.
They
How
both
does
got
that
Not
even
a
happen?
scratch on them.
How does that even happen?
how was she breathing? I don't know.
And the fact that he cut his way out with a chainsaw from the inside of the shark.
I mean, it really reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy, but like,
Honestly,
my God, the skin is too thick. Oh, I just hit the mic. That's
That's
awkward.
That's
probably gonna
okay.
be a bad noise.
That's okay.
We'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The skin is too thick.
But how does
I must
a
cut it from the
bomb
inside.
like make a tornado disappear though? That's what I'm wondering.
They explain
It
it in the
just-
movie, but I
so,
really
like,
do not
I
understand.
guess like it's spinning, and if you just like kind of like the explosion kind of like goes like that, and it just kind of stops the spinning. I don't know. I'm not good.
Probably-
I'm not good at
It
science.
probably messes with the air
The bomb
pressure or
will stop
something
the
inside of a
tornado.
tornado because tornadoes are formed when
God,
different
a life
wind
hack.
pressures.
If you're stuck in a tornado.
Yeah, life
really
hack.
a bomb.
5-minute crafts, guys.
Yeah, 5-minute grab.
Just make a bomb.
Just make a
Yeah.
bomb.
Just
Yeah.
make a bomb, throw it up in the air, and hope for the best.
You hear
Works
that?
every time, and you will not get harmed at all.
Yeah.
You hear that, Kansas? You hear that?
So let's talk about this ex-wife of Finn. So Finn's ex-wife's name is April. She's in this
annoying.
movie too, but she's like they're like really weird like
The daughter
chemistry
is the
thing
most
going
unlikable
on.
Character.
What?
The daughter is the most unlikable character.
Very true. I don't like the daughter at all. She just really did not make me feel okay. But you know, I mean,
I didn't understand why she was upset with Finn.
She
at
didn't
all.
even care that her boyfriend died.
yeah, she just like did not care at all. Like she was like, "Oh, great, you're dead. Cool." Like what?
Who? April?
No. April's
The
daughter.
boyfriend.
The daughter
The
just
daughter.
did not
Whatever
care.
her
Yeah.
name
Her
is.
boyfriend's
She
dead.
Yeah.
She didn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
it was
It
the
was like-
the
It was
weird
the one that
dude.
got eaten by the shark that we were talking about.
That was not April. That was April's boyfriend.
Oh.
Well, then
Those
we have
Alright.
to redo this entire podcast because I've
No,
been
you don't.
mentioning it as the daughter.
No,
I
it's
thought it was a daughter
okay.
boyfriend.
We just were a little unclear on that. It does not ruin the entire podcast.
Yeah,
it's
it doesn't.
character development.
Yeah.
Character development.
Development about 5 minutes before he gets eaten by a shark.
Yep.
Yeah, so, okay, so in that case, April shed no tears at all
Yeah.
about her boyfriend because she just didn't care, clearly, because truthfully, I think she's still in love with Finn, even though they got divorced.
Yeah.
That's now 2 movies.
Yeah,
That have
which
divorce.
is exactly like how
Yeah,
Jack and
well,
his wife were having family
marital
issues
trouble.
She was more concerned
after jail
about her-
came.
she was more
So
concerned-
that is 2 out of the 5 movies that we will be reviewing so far
That have divorce.
have divorce.
And then
Some sort of marital troubles.
yeah,
Yeah,
seriously,
not
some sort of
divorce.
phenomenon
She
going
was more
on here.
concerned about her ex-husband than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, wow. And
How dare
then
you come in
who
here?
was that? Who was that guy who like got his leg eaten in the exact same place twice?
That was the Australian.
Right. Yeah. So the Australian. So we don't even actually know his name. I don't really think it's very important, but we've been referring to him as the Australian for this entire time because,
Australian.
as we will discuss in the next 3 episodes, with the exception of Jack and Jill, I believe that we couldn't find an Australian there, but there have been Aussies in 4 out of the 5 movies.
Yeah.
So that's another pattern that we've really come to see here.
I actually did some research, and this relates to the last movie, but there was a movie in Australia in the 70s called Jack and Jill.
That's pretty
Oh,
funny.
wow.
There we
So
go.
so there we go. There's our 5th
we love
Aussie
the
kind of
Australian.
thing going on.
Australian connection.
Yeah, I mean, so let's go around and give our bruh ratings. Everyone, some reasoning maybe. What we
I
think.
feel like since I went last, I'll go
Yeah,
first
Max
this
Max
time.
should go first. this
All
time.
right.
I would say I would probably give it around a 3 out of 10, bruh, because obviously the movie is made bad on purpose. So like I was kind of laughing at it the whole time, and I don't know. I didn't really catch myself being like bruh all that much. It was just like the bomb thing and the shark thing at the end.
Yeah.
That's all I really said bruh about. So solid 3 out of 10. Would maybe recommend it to some people who like to make fun of movies, but probably not to your average movie watcher.
Yeah. What about you, Raina?
I give it a 4 out of 10 bros. Like, we already went into it, like, already knowing that it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
So, I would recommend it to someone if you're looking for something to, like, laugh at, probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give it also a 4 out of 10 bruhs. I think I caught myself saying like, oh my god, what is this? Like, bruh. couple times during the movie, like Max mentioned, like the bombs and really the shark eating like some of the people, and the school bus really wasn't it for me. But I did think it was. I thought it was a genuinely good bad movie. Like I would watch it unironically, like to be funny. Unlike Jack and Jill, because Jack and Jill, I would just never ever even think about watching that ever again. But Sharknado, I would consider watching it a second time.
Maybe even watch the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sequels,
The space one.
series.
maybe
Yeah.
the space one.
There is one where they have lightsabers. I'm
Oh,
just
wow.
saying.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Maybe
And they
maybe
go
we'll have
in
to watch
space.
it and just do it, like why not? Give it a little extra podcast.
Yeah. So my bruh rating, I'm gonna say it's about a 6 out of 10 bruhs because I think I liked it less than them. I thought it was just pretty bad and not wasn't quite good, ironically, yet. But it was close, and I think maybe I'll watch it again at some point, and I'm definitely interested in watching the sequel, so, 6 out of 10, bruh.
Yeah, I mean that might be in store for us right soon. I mean, we'll have to see, but
Extra credit.
yeah, seriously. So
Yeah.
in the next episode, we're gonna hit maybe Romeo and Juliet. Let's hit Romeo and Juliet. So
Let's
in the
do
next
it.
episode, we're gonna talk about a love story between two gnomes. And
It's a forbidden romance,
It's
Yeah.
the best movie.
and it's
they're
Shakespeare.
two star-crossed lovers, guys, from the Montague and Capulet
Both alike in
families.
dignity. That's what they say in the,
Yeah,
in the
both
play
alike
because
in
it's
dig-
Shakespeare and Elton John produced this movie. So
Oh yeah,
join
Elton
us
John
next time.
really just made this whole movie.
And as always,
Bruh.